Welcome in, Tamers. Today on Creator Callbacks, this is number 2. I'm joined by the legend that is DigiDread. He has over 131,000 video views across over 100 videos, and he has just hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone as well, so it couldn't be a better time to get this man on the mic with me and have a chat about his journey as to how he got here today. Let's jump straight in. It's an absolute pleasure to get to sit down with you today. Honestly, DigiDread, you don't deserve that much of an introduction from myself, so please introduce yourself, my friend.
Yo, thank you, MiniKill, for inviting me to do an interview. Honestly, amazing to have this opportunity. So for the people who may or may not know me, I am DigiDread, what on the mic. You already know how it is. And yeah, I've been content creating for a while, but kind of dipping into the DigimonTCG since BT6 / when the starter deck Galapmon came out, which was like jam-packed with like 4 Gaia forces. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, it's like, shit. Honestly, security control, it was mental. But yeah, I've been content creating for quite a while. Before, started off with gacha games. That's where I kind of developed. And my first gacha game was Pokemon Duel.
Wow.
Which was amazing. Honestly, gutted when it closed down. It was a dark day.
Yeah. That's the one with the little statues, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it just needed a little bit of polish. But
100%.
I loved creating content for that. So essentially, what I did was battle commentary, but I used to go quite over the top, like really pulling in like references from animes like My Hero Academia, really relating it to the actual Digimon, the Pokemon, to make it more engaging, because realistically it was just 2 figures kind of bumping into each other and maybe an occasional effect here and there, but giving that a little bit of comedy, a bit of pizzazz, just made the difference. And honestly, I could not wait to just get home and just plug in and just create content for that game. But
100%. Sounds like it was honestly the best, the best thing around that time. Then it kind of progressed. Now there's just Pokemon Masters EX, and that's not as fun, let's be honest.
It won't slap him. I tried. Boy, I re-rolled. I was like, I'm gonna start off good. I'm gonna start off real good. I never start off good. I started off so bad every time, and it just got to a point where I'm just like, every re-roll took so long for a slap in the face, and I'm like, my cheeks are hurting. I'm just I'm out. It's like, I'm out.
I do not blame you in the slightest, honestly. It is not the best. Not the best. I think the biggest gacha games these days are still Dragon Ball Dokkan, Legends has got to be one. And then you've got all of the niche ones like Fate and stuff. So hey, if you're ever looking to get back into that.
Ooh, I mean, Digimon's kind of sapping my time right now.
To be fair, I've seen you with that Honkai stuff on Twitter. Oh, sorry, X.
Yes. Oh yeah. Gotta make sure it's right. And I still can't call it X.
Nor can I. I'll be real.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. No. But no, Honkai Star Rail is my jam. I think it's just that perfect blend of like RPG / over the top animations, and the characters are really fleshed out. Like for me, I really want to kind of like the characters I'm using. I want to know the backstory. I want to kind of feel connected to them, because realistically, we've seen those animations rinse and repeat every time when you're doing the grind cycle. So Honkai Genshin I never really got into, but I think it was more because it wasn't so much a dip in and out kind of game. I felt like you had to really dedicate the time.
I agree 100%.
And that's the thing, like Honkai, I can be like, right, let's see what days I've got going on, do the cycle. If I want to challenge myself, I'll challenge myself at my own pace. If not, do the standard cycle, get my resources up, happy days. And that's what I do like about Honkai.
Exactly. Gacha games are cool. I'm too addicted to them. But let's shift the focus a little bit to your current content creation and your card games. So, as you stated, you got into the card game creation around BT6. You were correct on that one. I can tell you that. Your first video that I can see that is currently on your DigiDread channel is your BT6. I don't know whether it's booster box or just booster packs opening.
Oh.
And it was Double Diamond. And back then, you still went by Dreadnought.
Oh yeah. There it is. Yeah. That's when I had to go for the rebrand.
Yep. Your intro was still pretty much the same, I'll be honest.
I've got to keep some familiarity.
Of course.
So I suppose like YouTube, you grow. Like for me, I grew my Gacha channel, and I was like, you know what? I want to sprinkle some Digimon in there.
Yep.
And my audience were like, "What the hell is this? What cards? Whoa!
Real life Gacha? What do you mean?
Yeah, like this ain't it. So realistically, I was like, right, I've got to stop. Got to stop from like go back on my day ones and just really grind that channel up, and that's when DigiDread was born, and that's when effectively. I was new to the game. Like this Digimon is my first TCG, like at all. Yep. And the reason why I kind of got into it was due to COVID. Kind of built up a lot of anxiety just because out of the social kind of network in that sense. I
feel that massively.
It was like for me, I was like, right, how do I overcome this? Like, what do I always want to do? And ever since I was a child, I've always like I've loved cards. I've loved trading cards. Wanting to kind of get into Pokemon. No one at school never really knew the rules. So we just like just trading, and then school also just banned everything, so you couldn't even really engage with it. So now that I'm obviously grown, I can kind of delve into something that I couldn't experience, but now I can. And then obviously having children. Going to be exposed to these card games and so forth. I really want to kind of get my son like experienced in collecting cards and so forth. So that's why I was like, right, locals, where do I need to go? Boom, Doncaster, there it is. Go for my first game.
Easy peasy.
Right, what TC, what can I get? That one sort of deck. And I fell in love with that, and then that's when the content creation kind of started. Because I was like, Digimon, I've grown up with it. I know what I'm playing with. I'm attached to these Digimon, and I wanted to for like my channel was effectively show that if you have a passion about something, do it. Just do it.
100%.
Churn out those videos, because the passion alone will draw people in. And for me, and creating content for Digimon has been that. Like, I've grown up with Digimon from child, learning the game and showing how my experiences has shaped my thought process in creating content for Digimon. And then over time, when I look back and be like, whoa, man, my thought process is completely different now. Now that I understand the games and the mechanics, I've kind of grown with the BTs and the EXs that have come out. It's really kind of shown in the content that I do create. And I'm really happy to kind of like create content for Digimon. I've invested a lot into the actual into it, but I don't regret it. I really don't regret it at all, because it's so much fun. Like having it like in real life tournaments, going to regionals, meeting up with like fellow YouTubers there as well, and it's just so good to be sharing the platform with yourself and with many others which have that same passion, but also have different experiences. Because I know a lot of people may have played other card games before jumping into DigimonTCG, but it's good to see that Digimon have finally got a formula that works.
Slowly but surely, they've got it. Slowly but surely. It's been a rough ride, but we're here. And even then, like I can say, I don't even know if I'm qualified to say that at this point. I started playing the game after you did, but it's like it's been a bumpy ride. I'll tell you that much. BT12, I thought I was gone for good, I'll be honest. That was a rough set for me.
It's like, I'm done with this.
Literally. And then they announced BT13. I'm like, I'm back. They pulled me back. Alphamon and Jessmon, gimme.
Oh, that was a slapping set. Oh,
It was so...
me and Discord, and I was like, Jessmon, baby, let's go. Like, memory gain, inheritables, thinking about it.
Good. It's so good.
Honestly,
but no,
mad hype.
I fully have to agree with you. It's literally just growing up, especially pushing out the content, passion. Like I tried doing the gaming stuff when I was younger. I'll be honest, I went through my old videos with a couple of friends yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't even want to revisit it again, I'll be honest. But 10 years ago, I was 13 years old 10 years ago. So I tried to do Minecraft because that was cool back then.
It was Minecraft is great. It's weird how the younger generation like really kind of get infused with like watching like Minecraft.
Oh, 100%.
Like it's like my son could be absolutely absorbed into watching Minecraft videos and then watching him play Minecraft. And he's only 6.
Oh wow.
So for him to be like playing Minecraft and doing like builds and stuff, I'm like, shit. It's like, damn, son. like you know, like, wow. It's crazy how a lot of the younger generation do watch YouTube and just watch people playing games.
I agree.
But it's hard. It is so hard. It's so competitive.
Yes. That's kind of why I just gave up on the gaming stuff, because it's like, can't do it, can't be bothered. I'm stuck at 72 subscribers for 4 years.
Oh, nah, man.
Meanwhile, I start kicking out Digimon, it's just like, numbers.
Like, yeah, no, rising.
Slowly but surely.
Exactly. It is that. It really is that. And I think like with Digimon, it is quite. It's niche, but it's like the community is really solid. Like really solid, really inviting, and really help one another. And I've always been kind of passionate about that in terms of like helping other content creators have that visibility, because let's face it, freaking YouTube is a battle in itself. And it only takes probably like say if like one YouTuber just put a community post out with, they could have 10,000 subscribers. That alone is massive to a small YouTuber. like massive.
It's literally like I will always go back to the story of Elixir and East.
Yes,
I've known Elixir for ages, and
legendary guy.
Of course. But him getting the interview with East is insane, especially not only for the community but for himself as well. And I'm like, just everybody has hit the 1K mark. Well, the majority of people have hit the 1K milestone now. Yourself included, Elixir, everybody. Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. The struggle was real, but wow, we made it. We made it.
I will get there one day.
You
Slowly
will.
But surely.
Don't worry. We're taking you there. We're taking you there.
I appreciate the help.
Bringing you up, bruh.
Appreciate the help. But you can see in the community, like even back then, with your BT6 Gallantmon deck profile, which is in November of 2021, it's got 3,000 views even to this date. Like,
gee, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, say what?
But like, you can see the community there as well. Is like, even back then, back in 2021, when, like you said, COVID was a thing, nobody could really play card games. No. The community still rallied to support people with, even though it was a simple deck profile for BT6 of all sets, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
It's insane to see people pulling these numbers. And I'll be honest, I looked back as well, and the majority of your numbers back then were about 70 to 100 views per video for that time. And then the diamond was, of course, the BT6 Gallantmon deck profile, which, another fun fact, was the first instance of DigiDread.
That was. And it is quite surreal, because I think when I look back at that deck profile, I was like, this boy don't know what he's doing. I'm like, is that, like, if I revisited Gallantmon, I'd be like, there's be a lot of things that changed.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the fact that people love Gallantmon.
Oh, definitely.
people love Gallantmon. Bandai don't.
Yeah. Wow, you say that. Crimson Mode Ace just got announced.
It has, and I'm just like, Bandai, it's gonna have some deletion prevention, otherwise that Ace is not really doing much, because I have to have a level 6 out on board. Yep. And 9 times out of 10, the issue that Gallantmon had was it just get popped as soon as I'm there. So very excited of what's going to come, and I like in the direction that it's going, because seeing Gallantmon from the starter deck, and like, don't get me wrong, that ST Gallantmon be slapping. I mean, you don't delete anything, gain additional 3000 DP, winning. Security attack, standard. It was your main aggressor card, and to be honest, you'd still future builds when you did get the support in, you'd still kind of run that, just because games this day and age is like you got to go faster, you just kind of get beat.
Yep.
and it's definitely more like that now.
Oh, definitely.
Well, I don't know how like the new BT15s kind of go down. That's obviously uncharted waters in that sense. But EX5, yeah. EX5. That was definitely a very go wide, you're dead. If you can't answer this, you're dead.
go fast or die.
Yeah, exactly. But those numbers, I think, realistically, I definitely see like a trend in what's being influenced by a fan favorite Digimon and what's influenced by a deck profile that people want advice on, and I think they'll naturally just support like either or. Like armors. So many people love armors. Like
because it's the
crazy. Exactly.
Line, of course. It's the same with it's the same with what I've noticed with like Jesmon. Like Jesmon is one of those niche Digimon. Yeah, it always pulls tons of numbers because it's niche and people love it. Like I'll hold my hands up. I've not watched Digimon. I know nothing but the cards. But Jesmon is cool as hell.
He's got that swag on 100. Let's face it.
He's like, just swords.
He's slicing and dicing like a mofo.
Literally.
He's so good. And the thing that I do like about Jess, whilst we're on it, we're gonna be gushing about Jess.
Of course.
But the thing I do like about Jess and the archetype, I know people hate that the sister line kind of acts as like bricks, but for me, what I like about the deck is actually the sisters. I like the kind of synergy that they have in order to make Jesmon work, and it's that partnership of linking it to the lore and bringing it into the card game, and the payoff is just so good. It's when you're there, it's like, like I'm there.
I'm in love with it 10,000 times over. You could remake all of the sisters. You could absolutely strip Jesmon of all of his effects. I'm there for it either way.
Exactly. And to be honest, the only thing I think it needs is probably just some more awakening support. We've only had like one wave of awakening, so if Bandai, if you're listening, if you want to make them in just like some ace cards, we'll take it. I mean,
sorry, go on.
No, go for it.
I was just saying, me and a couple of friends were talking about like Ace Awakenings not too long ago, and it's just like the possibility that this can happen now is kind of insane. Like we get another Ace Blanc that I tried to make Blanc Awakened work as much as I could back in BT13. It worked for a time. We called it the Jehovah's Witness loop because she just always came a knocking. Recurring my pieces, recurring the sister, playing from trash, and it's just like, come on, Bandai, we need one more. Recur me those pieces, please.
Exactly. And to be honest, like the Awakened Blanc is actually really good. The fact that you can literally recover one on a loop, and you can use it to block if you have the blocker Blanc out as well alongside it. You're like, I'm cooking here, guys. I'm eating, and you can get a piece of your choice.
Exactly.
if it dies. Loving life, absolutely loving life. So I think Jesmon is always fan favorite, and to be honest, I'm still debating if to run it in the Ultimate Cup tomorrow. I was like, remember like Red Iron or just Jess for the F of it. But I love the design. I think it's probably one of Red's best design decks. I know I might get a lot of hate from it, but I like the balance. I like the payoff. I feel like it's not a chore to get to level 7 either.
Yes.
Compared to say like Ragnar Lord, which is painful. Yeah. It's so painful to get to level 7. Great card, just can't get to it. So yeah, it really is. Either people will watch a video if they're wanting to obviously use the deck or learn about the deck, or people will just support a video because it is just a fan favorite Digimon. It's definitely what I'm seeing in regards to numbers.
So we're gonna shift into something a little bit later in your content creator career, I guess.
Okay.
Around the time that BT10 came out, we're talking about Jesmon once again.
Oh, hello.
You created your short series, which was DigiTips, which was about the entire line of Jesmon GX. But whatever happened to it? Like, how come it stopped? Was it because it didn't get views? Was it just long edit times? Or did you just not feel engaged in creating it?
I think it was purely edit times at that point, because there actually was getting the views. Like, there was one that actually got really high views. I can't remember which one it was, but it definitely got over 1,000 views in quite a short space of time. I enjoyed doing them because it was that short and sweet, but I think the bit was the editing times, and also like YouTube's weird kind of ruling. If it's not like 1 minute? Yeah, if it's not like 60 seconds, it either fails to upload,
or it doesn't make it short.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, why are you doing
The easiest thing I found for that is literally make it 1 frame less than 60 seconds.
Right.
Because for some reason, YouTube throws an extra frame on there.
Oh,
so
of course it does.
If you do it exactly 60 seconds, it won't count as a short. It's so bizarre, but that is the easiest way to make shorts.
You know what? Where's that in the freaking YouTube?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
It was so rage inducing because, like I said, I did enjoy it. Getting the formatting was a little bit off as well. So the thing that I struggled in general, obviously with the editing, it was more the time aspect as well, and that's why most of my videos are just kind of like one take, Drake, boom, we reel it off, and jobs are good. And I felt like that could only fly so much. Like, I have to do some editing, otherwise I'm just not going to grow as a content creator. Also grow as a person trying to develop their skill set. So now that I'm kind of getting a bit more into the editing suite, it's funny that you do mention it, because I was a bit like looking about like the algorithm and how YouTube, what's basically triggering the algorithm now. And I know community posts is one of them, and
shorts is
then
100%
also
another.
obviously shorts. Yeah, and I think like, right, I need to kind of get back on those shorts, because I feel like I'm a bit more in a better position to kind of get that going. So it's not that I hated shorts. I think shorts were great. I enjoyed doing them. Really quite easy content to do. It was just more the editing and the frustration of YouTube itself, which is always a thing that I'm finding with the platform.
Yeah, my frustration with the shorts itself as well is they pull amazing views, like you say, but because of the way that YouTube just throws them into random people's things, it's the same as TikTok. People are going to dislike the video because they don't want it in their feed anymore. Yeah, which not only affects my things, like I get that it pulls in views and interaction. That's cool. But if more people are disliking them because it's thrown into a random John Doe's feed or whatever, who doesn't want to watch card games, but because I've tagged it as Lucky, this man watches Lucky videos or whatever. It's like, what do I do? I can't win either way here.
I know. I'm taking L's left, right, and centre. But
literally, that is literally it, and it's so sad. But yeah, shorts are the best way to grow right now, unfortunately. So does that mean we might see DigiTips come back?
We might see those DigiTips come back, man. They gotta make a revival.
Hell yeah, I'm down for it.
Give it a Phoenix down. It's coming right back.
I'm hella down for that. That'll be so cool to see come back, honestly.
For real.
Let's flip this 180 now and start looking at the future just a little bit.
Okay.
Have you got any plans that you can tell us about that aren't secret, that aren't anything? I know you've done your update video recently, and this is also what kind of triggered this even more. You were on my list 100%, but me getting you in on this, because you want to collab a lot more. Is there anything in
the pipeline?
Yeah.
So still do my essentially me and Righteous Cactus series in regards to just almost just like your what's the word, like PvP kind of content, in terms of just more fun, chilled vibes, engaging, and just kind of throwing decks at each other. But what we're trying to do with that series is essentially more just bring to life of just the enjoyment of playing Digimon. Like,
100%.
We have our day to day, work hard, play hard, and sometimes you just need to just unwind, just play some Digimon.
Yeah, I feel that.
And just talk about random. That's all we want to do with that series.
Yep.
So that's still in the pipeline for sure. And honestly, I want to kind of extend that across, like, not just obviously writers, characters, but to other content creators as well. I think doing more collabs is my focus, and just try to get over the fear of like my anxiety really does kind of hold me back a little bit, and I suppose it's more the fear of like I don't know how the other person is going to be, and then it's like when I'm in it, I'm like, oh, actually the person's actually fine. So it's just my freaking head.
No, I'm the same on that one. Like this, like I've spoken to you before by text, and you're an absolutely lovely guy. I've watched your videos, I've seen like your energy, but I cannot get over like, what happens if I say something completely wrong? What happens if I say something so bad? Oh no.
And it is that, and I'm like, I know for me, like, I'm pretty open, like, I'm pretty chill. Even if like someone like knocks me off, I'm just like, it's just a quirk, like it's just a personality trait of so unless you actually like attack me, then I'm like, okay, now we need to cut this off. But overall, once I'm in it, I'm absolutely fine, and I need to just always remember that. I'm supposed to have like a bit of a content creation piece with Renji, but once again, my anxiety kind of just got the better of me, and I just didn't I didn't reach out and fully initiate that. So obviously we reached out on Twitter, just saying like, he was feeling the same as well. So I think for me, it's a matter of just kind of overcoming that, getting those plans actually moving, and getting those collaborative pieces going, because I think that is where it will help bring visibility to other content creators, which also share the love of Digimon. So that's definitely a big pieces there. Obviously, the VA piece still in the working stages. With that, but I will name drop. I'm not going to get into trouble for it or not, but it was that did reach out to me in regards to a possible voice acting piece, which I think would be pretty cool. Like I did study drama way back in the day, and it's always been a kind of a passion. Doing VA, doing drama, and just kind of acting another person. So I think that'd be a very good opportunity, and it'd be good to kind of push myself with that as well, because I do think I do have a decent range in regards to how I can kind of flip my voice and kind of adapt to character and portray them how they need to be portrayed. So there's that, and I think, well, obviously with the Ultimate Cup tournaments and just tournaments in general, the online stuff, so for me, it's quite a big piece in regards to trying to earn those accolades. Yes. like I'm all about, this Dip Professor so cool, It's like, but what tournaments you won? And there's other content creators, and you probably already know by me just saying this, who just like maybe brag about their like accolades for good reason. They've earned placings. I get it. I completely get it, and that's how that person gets that respect of when they drop a deck profile out. It's with good kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's valued in a sense, like that person knows what he's on about. So for me, I feel like I need to put my money where their mouth is in that sense, and try to earn those accolades and almost get a bit more competitive in that sense. So that's definitely a big push for me. Unfortunately, we can't actually stream the Ultimate Cup due to rules.
Blame the UK government, my friend. GDPR and all that, because it's a UK company, they have to obey UK law.
Right, fair.
That's the problem.
Fair.
GDPR.
I'll give them that.
I think that's why like DigiCord is so great, is because As long as you have the opponent's permission. Like, I had one guy a couple of weeks back who actually said, you know what, I don't mind you stream my voice, but I would not like my perspective shared. I'm like, lovely, fine.
Oh.
All I did was just put a thing up saying opponent didn't want their thing shared. Still shared mine.
Yeah.
And just move on with the match, innit? I mean, I can't stop stream just to... Just because one person doesn't want to share it. Like, as long as they're happy for their voice. If not, I just mute the stream and just play music while I'm at it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you're still getting somewhat of an interaction at least. You're just having to imagine in your brain what the opponent's board looks like. Which is a little bit of a struggle, but I completely feel the thing of putting your money where your mouth is. It's like, I come up with all these stupid ideas, and especially in the Manchester people chat that I'm graciously part of, I come up with they berate me all day, every day for these stupid ideas. Meanwhile, it's like, I had my highest placing yet at the most recent regional in Liverpool. And nice. And Tommy Tricks ran the exact same 50 cards.
Yes,
both Jesmon GX, and we were the 2 highest Jesmons. And then it was 50 places, and then it was the next lot of Jesmons.
It's representing. That's what we like to see. The infamous call on that. Well done.
You know the biggest difference though? They all run Gurimon egg. We all run Sakutomon.
There we go.
Sakutomon is the wave, man. I'm telling you.
It's the fucking go. Like, why would you not want to reduce the cost of your big level 7?
Literally.
And you can control when that activates. So even if you did have a BT6 like savior, swing with your Jesmon BT30. No, Jesmon X.
Yeah.
Swing first. Then go to your Jesmon GX, do another swing, you gain that memory. So you're not losing out. You're
not in the slightest.
You're not playing some Mirage.
So
shenanigans. So good. There it is. That's
more
just the wave.
That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've said that you've not played any other TCGs, I believe, in the past, or at least not content-wise.
No TCGs.
No TCGs at all? Fair enough then.
No. So
are there any plans?
That's the first one.
Oh, fair enough. Are there any plans to potentially look at the new upcoming Dragon Ball or any new TCGs in the future? Or are we just sticking to Digimon and just hoping that it goes forever?
So, I did have a look at Dragon Ball, the reboot, because I've never played the original, so right. Dragon Ball as what I see the new version now is pretty much the one I've engaged with. Had a dabble, I'm a sucker for the card art, you know me, like that drip. But I'm like, realistically, I think Digimon's my wave. I think it's just the wave. I've got my surfboard. I'm just riding it. I think I think it's Digimon or bust for me.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think Digimon's in a good place that it will keep churning. I think the play base is growing. I think that probably just needs some more competitive kind of real life tournaments, and more kind of commitment in that sense. Just belief. Digimon as a company, well, not as a company, but as an IP, I just feel like Bandai doesn't fully believe. So they always go in with like a half-baked idea, and then if it fails, it's like, oh, I told you so. It's like, yeah, because you went in with a half-baked attempt.
Yeah.
That's like if you went in all in and it did well, then happy days. And it always seems like that. So when we seeing like Dragon Ball, we see like One Piece, where I feel like they've got all the eggs in that one basket and really going to town with that. Obviously, we've seen the cards, we've seen the different arts, and the artwork looks clean. I think if they just inject that into Digimon, I think they'd be laughing. I think that this is the first rendition of Digimon that's actually drew in this wide of an audience in a very long time. So
yeah,
Bandai,
I think I agree.
Don't puzzle.
I think I agree. I mean, we touched on it a bit earlier, but I almost quit during BT12, and that's simply just because Digicross was an absolutely horrible mechanic. But I feel I'm slowly getting there with that point with Overflow now as well, because we've just had the Omnimon Overflow release announcement as well for BT17. And I've got people saying, oh, they should go in Royal Knights. But then it's like, okay, well, how does Overflow work? Fun fact, if Idrisil sucks up that Omnimon, Overflow does not activate.
Oh, because it's not left the battle area, is it?
No, but it has. It's gone to the breeding area. But it's gone under a card, so it doesn't matter.
What? What?
I'll give you the rundown later. Yes, it's absolutely wild. But I'm at the point again where it's like, you've introduced a new keyword, the wording is horrible, but you're not attempting to fix it in actual words. Get me out.
Yeah, I'm freaking done. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because the thing that you mentioned about with the new Omnimon, so obviously a lot of people are saying, like, you know, with the Ace cards, it actually, once again, go flipping back to Jesmon, obviously it gives another tool to Jesmon GX that they can effectively tuck it under. To look at the card of Jesmon GX, I was thinking, like, this is going to get kind of crazy, because I thought Jesmon GX was essentially play cost and DP threshold, but it actually is just play cost. The DP threshold doesn't matter. So I'm like, yep, that ace is tuckable.
Level doesn't matter either. So it could be a level 3 Royal Knight for all we care.
Yeah, you can tuck that bad boy under, like
literally.
So it is interesting how you know, the more Royal Knight aces we get, essentially it's just a new tool for as long as you've got one DigiDread effect, it's absolutely a new tool for Jesmon. Jesmon's just got perma buffs all around. But yeah, it's crazy when they first obviously released like the aces and how they actually are like slowly developing quite a lot of aces now. Like aces are becoming the norm. And I was initially a bit skeptical of how the implementation was going to be, but I'm actually enjoying the ace mechanic, because I know a lot of people didn't like that you just wasn't interactive with the opponent ones that just popping off. You just sat there like, yep, no, we're done. at least now we do have that kind of option to be like, right, I can respond and disrupt their plays quite nicely. And I think the actual ace cards that they've done have been pretty sweet. I think Metal Greymon got shafted so hard.
100%.
like that ain't doing nothing, my guy.
Yep.
And Lilymon Ace is a little bit sus, like on that kind of brick of like, is it good, is it not good? Like I can see the application, but at the same time, could be a bit better. But now the other aces that they are implementing do seem a lot more in line to be quite impactful, which is good. I mean, like Diboromon Ace, that was well needed for Diboromon, and I know a lot of Diboromon fans are hopefully maybe watching this video and seeing that that kind of impact it has to really help out decks. The birds, the new Garudamon, amazing. Just to be able to basically play that for 4 and then play out a Sora. But basically it's cost me nothing. I've got a body and a Tamer out.
Yeah. The new ones especially are insane, but like you said, the old ones were kind of like toes in the water sort of beat. Does it get hit by a piranha? Yes or no?
Yeah. Exactly. Basically Zudamon, Ace and Magnanju.
Yep.
Ace, top tier. Rest, meh.
Yeah. Now we've got like the Deva Aces. I feel like they're very deck specific, but then again, with the new set as well, these aces are pretty good. I'm excited to see where they go from.
Definitely. 100%. I think they've implemented it very well.
Let's kick off with one final question of: is there any Digimon you feel like it needs a new card, or it needs to get a card if it hasn't already got one? What would your ideal next release be?
Oh wow, this.
Let's not say Jesmon.
No. I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna move away from Jess. I can't say Armors because I feel like Armors has got a pretty OP card in release of BT16.
Yep.
Oh god, you know what? I feel like I want to say Justimon, you know.
Oh yes, a man of taste, a man of culture.
I just feel like the deck is not explored, or whatever they was trying to do. I don't know what it was, because I just feel like it needs a revamp. Like, just needs a new set of eyes on my bad boy and just really figure out, right, what do we want? What do we want this particular Digimon to do? Because I understand like it's the whole like evoing into the different versions that he has now. Obviously the XL arms and I can't remember the other one. Obviously we've got his base form,
Blitz and
yeah, that's the one. So I understand that mechanic, and I felt that was cool, but I feel like it just either that needs restructuring somehow, or it needs more support. And I know there's a new Cyber Dramon, Ace, which I can't remember for the life of me what it does, but
does everything the old one does, but better.
Okay, that's how we take those. We take it with an overflow mint, but
yeah, well, yeah,
we take it. But I feel like the freaking the rookie. What the? I felt like the rookie was mid.
Yep.
An SR rookie of is it Koromon? Monodramon. Wow. Way off.
Monodramon is the rookie, and then it goes into I can't remember, Strike Dramon.
Yes.
Then it goes into Cyber. Then it goes into Justy.
It need an SR rookie and maybe a rare champion.
Yep.
Of that line, and I think an SR rookie just basically really facilitating the plan. Even if the rookie could play out the freaking Tamer.
Yeah, well, we just need another Rio. That's all we need, honestly.
Yeah, yes, another Rio as well, because I felt like that Rio wasn't amazing. The card art was good. Yeah, it does the job. Card art, banging. I've got 2 in the freaking band, just chilling.
Hell.
I was like, someone was selling it. Someone was selling it for like really cheap. I was like, I'll take those. Because you just never know. You never know. An EX2, rare.
Yeah, 100%.
So rare. So yeah, cop those bad boys. But yeah, I feel like Justimon definitely needs a bit of spice. Needs some seasoning. Needs some seasoning on that.
Fun fact as well, in case you don't know. In the X Antibody V pets, I have 3. I'm addicted. Definitely addicted. There is Justimon X Antibody in version 3.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Justimon X Antibody.
There is Justimon X Antibody in the V-Pets V3 of X Antibody.
Right then. Right, now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking. Yeah, I can't wait, honestly.
There we go.
I'm so excited to see if they do anything with it.
Oh, mate. Oh, that's the thing as well. Like, I feel like the X Antibody lines can just spice up any deck. Like, spice up any archetype. It always just happens like that. And like perfect example, birds having just like it was all right, even with the new spot it's got now. It's like it's okay, but then that X Antibody sprinkle, just like there it is, done. The birds is looking solid. And that's
makes it so much stronger.
Exactly. And I think like that is very promising. And I think with the new designers, they're getting a bit more smart.
Definitely. I'll agree with you on that one.
So you can definitely tell like when they got enlisted. Like there's a massive shift of improvement of when they got involved, and I'm all for it. Definitely. Yeah, it's really helped out the game a lot. Getting on board. So Justimon.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it. I appreciate you supporting my Sentai boy all day, every day.
Yes, boy.
But honestly, I've got to thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening, or the evening for us, day in general, just from talking to me, trying to set this up. Do you want to shout anybody out last second? Any other things you want to shout out?
I want to say thank you for getting me on this because Anytime. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot, and just kind of share my experience of creating content on this platform, especially for the Digimon community. In regards to shout outs, just pretty much everyone, every content creator on this platform, because what we're doing is overall we've got a common goal, is sharing the passion of Digimon, but also growing the fan base, which then in turn will help Bandai hopefully realise that, there is a lot of people that enjoy Digimon and the card game.
Definitely.
Which then might it might kind of like shine some light of like, actually, you know, maybe we should start pushing out some games as well and so forth. So definitely everyone keep up the amazing work. It really does help out the community and just grow the player base and what we're trying to do. So yeah, I think that's everything out there, man.
Hell yeah. Well, one final thank you, and everybody go subscribe, man. Literally, this guy is an absolute legend. Go give him support. He deserves it. Brings the hype no matter where he's at. literally this guy. But no. We'll catch you in the next one.
Take it easy, Chief. Bye.